true metalcore. I want those riffs, and I want you to inject them straight into my eyeballs. Welcome back to another reaction video, and this time I'm checking out a band that I have not checked out on my channel just yet. At least I don't think I have. But they're a band I'm familiar with. I just don't know this song because I think it's about a month old at the time of recording this, so I'm very excited about this one. They are the mighty Saosin, and it's a song called Starting Over Again. Let's see what you got.
You said I'm like an open ocean. Don't act like you swim everything through you. And you said you'd find me drowning and hopeless. So don't tell me it's an act of love without you. Broken. You were so afraid to feel anything. The only thing I need for you to know is I gave it all, but you couldn't get enough. Leaving with only memories of pain I can't erase. You're gone, I'll never let this go. I would have given anything to start it over again.
Bruh, dude, let me tell you, I was vibing hard to that track, and then it worked its way inside of my emotions, and I started to feel a little sad, and I was like, what is that? Push it down and bottle it, like everything in your life. I'm joking. I'm very happy. It's because it's extremely nostalgic for me. Like, I grew up on this. I grew up on this kind of music specifically. A couple others, but mostly this. And I'm a massive fan of what I call true metalcore. Bring back true metalcore. Not prog bands who sing a bit, true metalcore. I want those riffs, and I want you to inject them straight into my eyeballs. It was one of these, like, I did not expect to feel like that about this, and it's because I was in a band, and I got to tour with some amazing bands. This gives me a couple feels of that time, the Under Oaths, the Haste the Days. Like, it's all kind of like that original metalcore wave that I fell in love with, and it's somehow retrofitted to be very relevant and very right for right now. Man, my God. One thing you can always count on with really good metalcore bands is how tight the production is. The goal of everything is to sound really compact, so you can push it up higher so you can get more power out of that. And just as a quick explanation, when you master tracks, you're looking for ways to compress the overall audio file while not degrading the quality of the EQ and the bandwidth. So you have to make compromises. The more you compress, the more you can push that overall file up higher to make it seem and sound louder. But you can destroy some of the quality. It has not happened yet. This is the perfect balance, which is why mastering and mixing are such separate disciplines and require completely separate ears. I could talk about that for 2 days if you like, and I won't bore you with it, but I love that kind of stuff. This band is incredible. What a melody. What a absolute stunner of a guitar riff. Give me a breakdown and then bury me in silk.
Thing I
one more little bit of yapping from me, and I promise we'll listen through. This band is so good. I want to rip my skin off. They're incredible. I'm familiar with them. They were looked it up just before this, just to make sure that I wasn't imagining things. But they were formed, I think, in like early 2000s, 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. And they were one of the bands that, like, there were so many, in a good way, there were so many of these kinds of bands that you were spoiled for choice. And I gravitated towards certain bands and loved and appreciated just about all of them. So to see this kind of music making a comeback at a time where it's harder to stand out, and 1 minute rant, give me 60 seconds of your time and I'll be done. I'll stop yapping. The problem with the evolution of technology, there's always pros and cons to everything, right? Within the music space, the good thing is young artists don't need to be signed to big labels, and they can put out their own music and record their own stuff in their bedroom and get it out to you in an hour. The problem is everybody then can do that. And so you get a lot of stuff that's not ready to go out or shouldn't go out. It's not a criticism, it just is. And the good news is that people like me who maybe were in a band and are looking to kind of get back into releasing music, this gives you like a comfortable space, because the artists that you grew up loving, that you formed your own personal sound around, are now active again and thriving. And it makes me really happy for them. And it's even more well-timed because next week I'm going to see Haste the Day in good old Arizona over here. And I toured with them a long time ago. Not with them, my band toured with their band in South Africa. And so it's like this full circle moments. This is making me feel very emotional. I also see that for parts of the video, they're playing to a wall, which is a lot of what being in a band is, just playing to nobody. They don't have that problem, I don't think.
Would it even matter? I would run with you to infinity. If you could just surrender to what's inside of you, then we can be forever to infinity. You could ask forgiveness, you could make it real. We could be forever to infinity. Broken, you were so afraid to feel anything. The only thing I need for you to know is I gave it up, but you couldn't get enough. Leaving with only memories of pain I can't erase. Your call, I'll never let this go. I would have given anything to start it over again. You were so afraid to feel anything. You pulled me under. Broken, you were so afraid to feel anything. We're falling faster and starting over again.
Dude. Wow. Yeah. I've kind of said everything I think I should say about that. They're amazing. I know they're currently either about to go on tour, they currently are on tour, and we were speaking to some friends last night about them specifically, ironically, not even knowing that this was a request that came in. And absolutely super excited to see if I can get to see them live. They're just amazing. If you do want to get a request of your own in, or if you have something from them that you'd like to see, a couple ways to do that. Put a link to a video in the comments below. Otherwise, you can join us every 1 p.m. in Arizona time, on Twitch. This is where I record all of my live reactions, which most of them end up on YouTube. So I hope to see you there. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.